This is all volunteer stuff here. Let's go to the Firebox, I guess, because that's probably the oldest thing.
Box alarm is 7, 13, 18, 3, and 8, truck 10 and 7.
In the early years, in 1864, 1871, fire was always a concern here in the District of Columbia. In those years, many of the structures were wood platform type buildings, balloon construction, and unfortunately they would burn very rapidly. So bucket brigades were the order of the day. But in the early days, everybody that was a resident of the city had to have a bucket. Later, fire hydrants came throughout the city and took over that. They'd ring church bells when a fire broke out, and people would come out with their bucket and do a 360-degree turnaround, looking for either smoke during the daytime or a glow of fire at night, and they would respond accordingly. And of course, the fire department responded as well. We went to automatic fire alarm boxes when Washington, D.C. started getting electricity. So around 1861 is when they started showing up. And of course, then the order of the day was just to pull the box. Every box had a number. For example, this is number 94. When you would pull the street box, the bells in every firehouse in the city would ring 9 times, pause, and then ring 4 more times.
We got the Gamewell System, and the Gamewell System is a system that we used for over 100 years. You would simply come up, pull the handle down, and then pull the hook, and inside the box, the mechanism starts to work by a spring, just like a wind-up clock.
When you pulled the box, it was hardwired right immediately into the stations. And there was no delay. You know, nowadays, with technology, we have call waiting, call holding. This was technically faster in that the response was almost immediate.
The companies will receive it on what we called a jerker tape, and the fireman on watch would read the numbers. He would then go either to a book or he would go to these cards that we had in a file drawer to find the box number. This first line are the companies that are going to be dispatched. This is the engine companies, the ladder companies, the battalion chiefs, the rescue squad, and at the time, the ambulance was assigned to the rescue squad. If the chief arrived on the fire ground and he needed help, he would go to the firebox. He had a key to the box. He would open the box up. He would manually tap in the box number. Once he tapped in the box number, if he wanted help, he would tap 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. That's requesting a second alarm. This is box 157. Came in 3 times, which is the normal cycle for the box. Below it is 221, which back then was a second alarm. They changed it later to 222. 223 for a third alarm, and then 224 for a fourth alarm. Now box 157, if you look on the sheet here, is for the White House. So this fourth alarm fire occurred on Christmas Eve, 1929. The president and his wife were having a Christmas party for the White House staff and their children in the main mansion. The fire occurred in the West Wing, which is separate from the main mansion. It involved the entire second floor or attic area of the building. You can see the firefighters have ladders that go on up to the roof to open it up because there was only one spiral staircase that went up to the second floor. President Hoover sent us a letter, which we have a copy of here, we preserve, thanking the fire department for coming and doing a good job. We're very proud to have that.
The early 70s saw the decline of the box. While these are no longer in use, as everybody has cell phones, we still use the term box alarm in the fire service, and it stems from the old street box.
It's not just homes, businesses, and other federal buildings. It's everyone who lives or works in Washington, D.C. that we are here to protect against fires. Doesn't matter if you're the most important person in the world or you're just someone who lives and works here in Washington.
Route 27, 30, 10, 15, and 6. Trucks 13 and 7, Battalion 1, Battalion 6, Rescue Squad 3, Basic 30, 151, respond for a house.